Hey guys, so I just wanted to basically keep people updated on Pilkington Studios and kind of explain the production and the vision of Pilkington Studios. So there's basically an idea. I went to Wittenberg University, received a full academic scholarship to their school, and I'm an artist, and I felt called to do this. I felt like I had a whole bunch of dreams pretty much. And if you don't know anything about dreams, this is my personal belief system. When God sees value in you, he will inspire you. And those ideas are like billionaire, like predestined ideas. It's like saying, he told you to make this universe, right? That was a dream. That was from God. So I had a whole bunch of dreams. Not that I've denied dreams, but you should be cynical with some dreams, because in biblical scripture, at least in the past, you should have kept certain things silent, because some things can manifest. But this one was good. This is basically civilization number 2. I've had a couple ideas for films and everything. And I'm like, you know what? God has blessed me so much in the dream state. Let me actually stop ignoring them. And what am I afraid of? Let me actually put out 5 films that were inspired by the dream state, the dream God. This movie is called Civilization Number 2. Why my brain and my passion for something? Because a lot of people are like, Isaiah, you care. And I'm giving you these ideas. I could have given anyone in the United States of America, in the world, this idea. I'm giving it to you. Do you want to do something with it? It's like saying, if I ever owed you something, I gave you an idea, Isaiah. So I'm like, Civilization Number 2. So this is real time, a real-time studio, and you're planting a seed of an idea. This is the premise of the film. There's a business model. I'm going to share the business model of what this is. This is a film, around 24 films, if not more, and can be concise to a certain amount of films. This is a comic book from start to finish of those 24 films. This is also an animation and a game as well. To explain this to the spiritual sense of the fans that are in Naples, Florida, why does this matter? When people need jobs, God may have inspired me and said, I gave you an idea. So here's this idea. Civilization Number 2, all caps. This has been inspired by God. And I'm here to basically showcase this. The premise of this film is like any sci-fi film, except it's real time. It's the customer's always right in real time. Something happened in our United States government. Something happened just where we realized we were wrong. And it was to the point, and you can even showcase this, crazy event happening. And that could be on film too. It doesn't make it, we don't have to put it on film, but it could be on film. And it makes everything real time interesting. So the President of the United States of America basically has to make a choice to save America. And the President of the United States of America, instead of saying we're going to fix it, he just says that we're wrong about the entire, everything. And what does he do? He goes on public television, and it's an announcement to people saying, we were wrong. I think what I was getting to is, I want to be careful when I project. War is not good, but I think they said to avoid all war and chaos. This is all real time. To avoid all war and chaos, what we're going to do is we're going to put a whole bunch of money, pull out money from our reserve, and we're going to create 2 massive projects called Project A and Project B. The simulation of why why Project A and Project B exist is they want to see how wrong they are. So their ignorance is bliss in Project A that Project B exists. And Project B is ignorance is bliss that Project A exists. You know what I'm trying to say. And then the rest of the universe is a theme, doesn't know anything inside of that facility. And the reality is you're living at the same time as your corrupted society, your corrupted system. So the logic is they admit it themselves. Anytime we make a decision here, we want to go and we want to verify our decision making with 2 civilizations and get 2 different opinions and look at the contrast before we make a decision. In this reality, they've made it apparent, if we're ever going to leave our planet, it will be Project A going first. And then if needed, if anything goes wrong, which is what makes this very interesting, we have a backup plan called Project B. In this reality, they have their own set of rules. You're actually giving them the ability to, I would say, represent mankind fresh. And you can see the flaw in your logic. A couple quick scenes, you'll see this. It's just like if I put a book out and you're like, well, this is an intellectual book, which you'll have a book. Let's just say this was like, the book came out and I'm explaining the text of the book or the theme of this. They have their own set in rules, and what will impress you through the visual sense, not the theme sense, is your perspective of a civilization of humanity will be changed when you perceive their perspective like, this is my life, and it's not the past. There's a scene in this movie where they were supposed to have been, it was all supposed to have been hidden from people, and they eventually let them into the society, into Harvard. Right now, I'm not saying that they're like more intelligent, but let's just keep it real. They're just better. And I think before they came out, I was visualing it. The facial expression is they're acknowledging that their system was wrong according to what the president said. And now they're seeing what that looks like. And they're sharing their perspective of love. And the coolest part about it, and when I looked at it from a movie, it made me cry because it was real. Someone actually isn't a part of your society anymore and is talking about his future. And we're so used to saying Harvard and I'm smart because of this, and they're talking like, yeah, this is what we do, and this is my, they show everything. We grew up together. This is my girlfriend. And the cool part is it looks believable. And some people are like, I used to think that, like, let's say a Harvard student, think Asian, not saying anything wrong with Asian people, but the facial expression I wanted to have in this one scene was he's kind of shocked because the gentleman never lived in his world, and he's processing that he had real love. Like this civilization, Project A, like, this is actually his girlfriend. They grew up together. He's able to archive his entire life and show him, and he had no idea. So he's kind of shocked. Like, I didn't think this universe existed, but I guess it does. But it's like, in his mind, he's like, this wasn't Harvard, and you were happy. So I can't wait for this to come out. Other themes, they launch, and this is just the customer's always right. They'll tell me you should try to take some risks with this one, but if they don't want me taking risks with this one, it'll just be a very smooth customer's always right. If something isn't liked, the next one will be right. So the point of this is you get to see space, but not like oh, the dark ends of space and stuff. The point of this is you get to see decisions being made from first Project A going out. It's unique. And then you get to see the second one. And the perspective I want you to see is one is farther ahead than the other. And like, let's say there is like a Kepler-like landing or revelation. Project B, when it is touchdown on Kepler, successful for civilization number 2, and that's not human, that's their civilization, but we made that. They look like us, I guess. Like they're humans, but they're like, they were equipped. Project B just launches. So it should look like that. Like Project B launches as well. And when they go out to space, that's another civilization leaving as well. And I want you to really think for the first time in your life, like it's gonna look like both are like ignorance is bliss of each other. That's what I want everyone to see on camera.